There we go, dude. What's up?
How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I don't know if you got word on our schedule today, but I am going into court to deal with a real estate thing. So so did Curtis tell you that or no?
You know what? I know, dude. No, I did.
No.
I didn't know that. But that's
So
exciting.
this so well, it's not exciting because it's my attorney charges too much money, and so got to go in there. We're fighting something, so it's not a positive thing. But
okay.
and you know what? The judge last week, he said, "Hey, listen, you got to come back next week." And I'm like, "I can't. I'm talking to Tristan and all these agents." The judge was not interested, so I tried to negotiate. And there's Mara. She's one of our power agents. So listen, we've got 15 minutes. I think the schedule's a little different. So let's do 15, and then I got to run into court. So first of all, Joe was incredible, man. He was like incredible. I got to listen to the numbers. I was swimming in numbers. I have a headache trying to figure out the numbers.
That's so good.
But is there something you want me to speak about specifically, or you want to ask me a question?
I'm just surprised we haven't talked in so long. Because every time we talk, first of all, I'm always re-impressed, and second, I'm always smiling, dude. I'm always smiling with you. So thank you.
That's what we're about here in Power Headquarters, baby. You gotta smile, because there's so many people that want to suck the joy out of your life. You gotta smile.
There's another power agent here. Here's my question to you, so we can talk for 15 minutes. The market is shifting in some areas, and some areas are still incredibly hot, right? And I think it's going to continue in this way somehow over the next few months. How can we prepare for a market that's shifting for those areas that are shifting?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the first thing. We have to understand that a shift is a good thing. See, there's we usually talk about two markets. There's a seller's market and there's a buyer's market. Am I right, Tristan?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Buyer's market, seller's market. But I say there's a third market. And the third market is where we really do well as agents. This is where we really make money. And it's called, so you got the buyer's market, you got seller's market, there's the agent's market. It's that in between, that pendulum, where it's fair, everybody wins. That's where we really excel. That's number one. Number two, anybody, you like this?
I like that, dude. I wrote it down already.
That's great. Well, this is you asked me a question. I didn't get the questions in advance. This is all off the cuff. Here you go.
What's your favorite food?
Italian. Okay, fill in the blank. Anything Italian, I don't care. That's the only thing you should eat. Everything else is not real food. All right, now
third market.
So I don't know if you heard lately, but the interest rates have gone up, and some people were like freaking out. Now I know you know this, Tristan, but when I was an agent back in BC before computers, I did 6 transactions a month, right? As an agent, you know what the interest rates were? 13-14%, and the average marketing time was 6-7 months to get a house sold. Wow. So what's my point that I want everybody to hear? When the interest rates go up, that ain't your problem. That's the buyer's problem. That's the seller's problem. You don't have a problem. As long as there is real estate. And let me tell you something. Earth is a piece of real estate in the universe. We're in the best business there is. Everybody always needs a place to go to sleep tonight somewhere, right? So we are in the best. So don't get twisted about the interest rate. So that's my tip on that as well. Okay, what else you got, Tristan? What's the next question?
Well,
how to prepare. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't really answer it, did it? No. So in an agent's market, what we need to do, we need to position ourselves. Here's my definition of self-promotion, Tristan. To have people know your name, your face, and what you do for a living. To know your name, your face, and what you do for a living. So if there's any time for you in your community to have people know your name, your face, and what you do for a living, now's the time. That's that. Next thing, what we've been really big with, Tristan, lately with our power agents is focusing on mailings. And here's why. Because Everybody is on social media, fighting for social media, spending money on social media. They're singing, they're dancing, they're putting hangers on their heads to whatever that TikTok thing is. Everybody's trying. Have you seen that thing? There's a thing where people put the I don't know, understand what
I don't
it is.
even know, dude, but I've seen it.
You've seen it hang on the head?
It's that
What
light,
the hell's
right? Isn't it? Yeah.
It's something that it makes your head turn when it's, I don't understand. It's crazy. People are crazy. They need to get hobbies. Anyway, so enough with the hanging, the social media, the posting. Get out there, meet people, and do mailings. That's because let me tell you something. Tristan, I'm curious. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to flip the script on this over here. How many agents are mailing to you in your mailbox on a regular, consistent basis every single month? How many mailings do you get consistently? I'm not saying once in a while. I'm saying when you got one agent who keeps it in your mailbox every month. Do you have any?
I think I have 2 that are consistent, pretty consistent.
Okay,
and then every once in a while I get like, I probably have like 13, 14 throughout. So
Joanne just said no one. Do me a favor, everybody in the chat, tell me how many in your mailboxes in your house are you getting from an agent? How many agents are you getting emailing you on a regular basis? This is important because direct mail associate. Look what we're getting over here, Tristan. None, 0. Come on, let me see it because we're doing a study over here. Look at how many nuns.
I didn't expect that many zeros. Whoa.
I know. Listen, this is not my first rodeo. I've done this before. I know that there's nobody out there. You got no competition. Don't be spending your money. I hope I'm not messing up any sponsors that you have, Tristan, as far as
none of them are being messed up. You are good.
Okay. All right, good. Because I'm going to tell you right now, stop throwing your money on the internet. If you got extra money and you want to brand yourself, like most of us are not wealthy like this Tristan, my God, this guy, this is all he does is sit in front of the camera all friggin' day and talks to people because he doesn't have a real job. He doesn't need money. He's filthy rich. The rest of us, we got to work for a living.
So good.
Now, for us working for a living, I'm telling you, mailbox is golden. That's where you should be. Every month, you got to hit people so they know your name, your face, and what you do for a living. Now, like Joe, you should get on the phone and make some calls to follow up. If you're doing mailings, and then you do a little phoning after that. Tristan, let me tell you, my son, he's 26 years old. His first real job is working for a company doing business loans. They're for businesses who they got to pay a little extra higher interest rate because they can't go to the bank. So they're not really great. They're not bank worthy. Let's put it that way. My son is in his office on the phone 8 hours a day. They measure his talk time. Everybody gets measured talk time, meaning not dials. How many, like you talk to someone for 10 seconds? That's a talk time. All right. The average in the office, is about, what did he tell me? It was about an hour and a half or something. My son's average talk time is 2.5 hours. He's killing it in the office. He's making 6 figures his first year. Now, my point here is going back to a little bit about what Joe was saying, which again, Joe is awesome. The more talk time, the more conversations you have, that's the beginning of the funnel of building relationships with other human beings that may have a real estate need. So one of the things we need to do is self-promote. We need to do mailings and we need to get on the phone because that's the quickest, most effective way to generate appointments.
Dude.
So that's what I got.
So you got what, 2 minutes?
I got 3 or 4 minutes, and my Apple thing just said I just hit a ring. Somehow I'm sitting in the car, and somehow my movements made my Apple thing ring like you did exercise. I don't understand. I'm sitting down. All right, what's the next question? Hurry up. We got 3 minutes.
I think, well, one thing I want to point out, you just pieced a lot of things together for me. I think the conversations that we have are really the leading indicators of where our business is heading. And I thought that was key because I wrote that down from your conversation there. So that's awesome, dude. So now what can agents do more of? Like what type of conversation should they be having for sale by owners, expireds, geo? What are we talking about here? Okay.
I'm gonna do one more better in answering that question because any of them are good. Tristan, I'm the FISBO expert. If I don't want to sound braggadocious, But if Joe was on the call, I can tell Joe, here's my numbers, Joe. If I speak to 4 FSBOs, I schedule 3 appointments. All right. With the FSBOs. And they're tough in New York. They eat their young. They curse and hang up. And you gotta, they do. Then you gotta call them back, say, I'm sorry, we got disconnected. But anyway, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the secret sauce right now in mastering the telephone. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? Because here it comes.
Yeah. Let's go.
If I was standing in a live audience right now, Tristan, with you and everybody else, and we were sitting in a room, and I asked everybody, when you call a FSBO expired, anybody, especially those people, what should you be committed to? And you know what they always say? They always say, well, if I call FSBO, I should be committed to getting an appointment. And that is the mistake. Let me tell you the secret sauce on how to schedule 3 out of 4 appointments. Do not be committed to getting an appointment. Be committed to building a relationship with another human being. Now, let me tell you why this is very profound. When you have it be about you getting an appointment, the whole call is about you taking. And plus, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to perform. See, if it's about you getting an appointment, well, if you get the appointment, yay. But if you didn't, you're a loser and you internalize it. And you know what I'm talking about, the rest of you watching me right now.
That's true.
But if you have it be about building a relationship with another human being, how do you do that? You got to ask questions. You got to care about them. You got to focus on them, not you. And here's the best part. If you are good at building a relationship with another human being, the appointment will happen by itself. They'll ask you to come over. That's the secret sauce.
That is.
I'm out of here.
I put up a link to DarrylSpeaks.com, and everyone listening in, Darryl, he didn't know this the first time we met, but the very first book I read in real estate was his book, and I still have it. Still, in fact, I talk about it all the time, and it's not called Darryl Speaks. Whoever texted that to me, that would have been great. It's called How to Become a Power Agent in Real Estate. It's still a bestseller. So, Darryl,
thank you, Tristan.
You so much,
and listen, just that I'm not blowing smoke. I'm echoing what Joe said. You know, you do make such a huge difference in the real estate industry. You're sitting there all the time, interviewing people, sharing ideas. I don't know how the hell you do it. I'd be on medication by now if I were you. It's amazing what you do. Thank you for all that you do for the industry. You make a difference, my friend.
Thanks, you brother. I appreciate that. Good luck. Good luck in court.